Hi friends, welcome back to our channel I Study For You. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to remind you to hit that like button if you find this video is helpful. Your support really helps the channel to grow. Also, if you think this video can benefit others, please share it with your friends or anyone who might find it useful. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with all my latest educational videos. Alright, let's get started with today's lesson. To improve efficiency and consistency, we have utilized AI generated voice for this video. We are committed to providing high quality content and welcome your thoughts on this approach.
Right, a Constitution of India basic features are fundamental rights. B. Directive principles of state policy. C. Federal structure. The Constitution of India. Basic features. A. Fundamental rights. The fundamental rights enshrined in the Indian Constitution are vital to protecting the liberties and freedoms of individuals. They ensure equality, freedom, and justice for all citizens and are enforceable by the courts. 1. Right to equality, Articles 14 to 18. Article 14 guarantees equality before the law and equal protection of the laws. Article 15 prohibits discrimination on grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. Article 16 ensures equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. Article 17 abolishes untouchability and forbids its practice. Article 18 abolishes titles except for military and academic distinctions. 2. Right to freedom, Articles 19 to 22. Article 19 protects freedoms such as speech and expression, assembly, association, movement, residence, and profession. Article 20 provides protection in respect of conviction for offences. Article 21 ensures protection of life and personal liberty. Article 21A guarantees the right to education. Article 22 provides protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. 3. Right against exploitation, Articles 23 to 24. Article 23 prohibits human trafficking and forced labor. Article 24 prohibits employment of children in factories and hazardous jobs. 4. Right to freedom of religion, Articles 25 to 28. Article 25 ensures freedom of conscience and free profession, practice, and propagation of religion. Article 26 allows freedom to manage religious affairs. Article 27 prohibits taxation for promotion of any particular religion. Article 28 provides freedom from attending religious instruction or worship in certain educational institutions. 5. Cultural and educational rights, Articles 29 to 30. Article 29 protects interests of minorities by allowing them to conserve their culture, language, and script. Article 30 provides minorities the right to establish and administer educational institutions. 6. Right to constitutional remedies, Article 32 allows individuals to move the Supreme Court for enforcement of fundamental rights. B. Directive principles of state policy. The Directive Principles of State Policy, Part 4 of the Indian Constitution, are guidelines for the framing of laws by the government. They aim to create social and economic conditions under which citizens can lead a good life. They are classified into different categories based on their themes. 1. Socialist principles. Socialist principles aim to promote social and economic equality and welfare, emphasizing the role of the state in redistributing resources and providing for the needs of all citizens. 1. Article 38. The state shall strive to promote the welfare of the people by securing a social order in which justice, social, economic, and political, shall inform all institutions of national life. The state shall minimize inequalities in income, status, facilities, and opportunities. 2. Article 39. The state shall direct its policy towards securing adequate means of livelihood for all citizens, equitable distribution of material resources to subserve the common good, prevention of concentration of wealth in means of production, equal pay for equal work for both men and women, protection of the health and strength of workers, men and women, and the tender age of children, opportunities for healthy development of children. 3. Article 41. The state shall make effective provision for securing the right to work, to education, and to public assistance in cases of unemployment, old age, sickness, and disablement. 4. Article 42. The state shall make provision for securing just and humane conditions of work and for maternity relief. 5. Article 43. The state shall endeavor to secure, by suitable legislation or economic organization, a living wage and decent standard of life for all workers. 6. Article 43A. The state shall take steps to ensure the participation of workers in the management of industries. 2. Liberal principles. Liberal principles focus on individual freedoms, democratic governance, and justice, emphasizing the importance of personal liberties and rights. 1. Article 44. The state shall endeavor to secure a uniform civil code for all citizens throughout India. 2. Article 45. The state shall provide early childhood care and education for all children until they complete the age of 6 years. 3. Article 46. The state shall promote the educational and economic interests of the weaker sections of the people, especially the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and protect them from social injustice and exploitation. 4. Article 50. The state shall take steps to separate the judiciary from the executive in the public services of the state. 5. Article 51A. It is the duty of every citizen to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, and regional or sectional diversities. 3. Gandhian principles. Gandhian principles reflect the ideas and philosophies of Mahatma Gandhi, focusing on promoting self-sufficiency, rural development, and social justice. 1. Article 40. The state shall take steps to organize village panchayats and endow them with such powers and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as units of self-government. 2. Article 43. The state shall endeavor to promote cottage industries on an individual or cooperative basis in rural areas. 3. Article 46. The state shall promote the educational and economic interests of the weaker sections of the people, particularly the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and protect them from social injustice and exploitation. 4. Article 47. The state shall regard the raising of the level of nutrition and the standard of living of its people and the improvement of public health as among its primary duties. It shall also endeavor to prohibit the consumption of intoxicating drinks and drugs that are injurious to health. 5. Article 48. The state shall endeavor to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines. It shall take steps for preserving and improving the breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cows and calves and other milch and draft cattle. 4. Principles relating to international peace and security. These principles emphasize India's commitment to fostering international peace, security, and cooperation. 1. Article 51. The state shall endeavor to promote international peace and security, maintain just and honorable relations between nations, foster respect for international law and treaty obligations in the dealings of organized peoples with one another, encourage settlement of international disputes by arbitration. By adhering to these principles, the Indian state seeks to create a balanced and just society, ensuring the well-being of all its citizens while contributing to global peace and cooperation. C. Federal structure. India's federal structure is characterized by a division of powers between the central government and the state governments. The Constitution provides a framework for the functioning of both levels of government, ensuring cooperation and coexistence. 1. Division of powers. Union list. Subjects on which only the central government can legislate, such as defense, foreign affairs, and atomic energy. State list. Subjects on which only the state governments can legislate, such as police, public health, and agriculture. Concurrent list. Subjects on which both central and state governments can legislate, such as education, marriage and divorce, and bankruptcy. 2. Bicameral legislature. The Indian Parliament consists of two houses, the Lok Sabha, House of the People, and the Rajya Sabha, Council of States. The Lok Sabha represents the people of India, while the Rajya Sabha represents the states. 3. Union territories. Union territories are regions governed directly by the central government. Some union territories have their own legislatures, while others are administered by a lieutenant governor appointed by the president. 4. Financial relations. The Constitution delineates the distribution of financial resources between the central and state governments. The Finance Commission is established periodically to recommend the distribution of taxes between the center and the states. 5. Emergency provisions. The Constitution provides for the imposition of emergency by the President under certain circumstances, such as war, external aggression, armed rebellion, or failure of constitutional machinery in a state. During such periods, the center assumes greater control over the states. 6. Interstate relations. The Constitution promotes cooperation and coordination between states and between the center and states through institutions like the Interstate Council and the Zonal Councils. This federal structure ensures a balance of power, promoting unity and accommodating the diverse needs of the country.